Yeah.
The Bengals
Yeah.
rallied late, and Evan McPherson's field goal with 9 seconds to go puts them up 33-31 as the Bengals knock off the Steelers and keep their season alive.
Do we get like a commemorative Icy Hot Bowl trophy? Like does Joe Flacco get a 1 year supply of Icy Hot to rub on his muscles or how's that work? Because Joe Flacco, he came out and he was firing on all cylinders, man. Like, he played a great football game, threw for 342 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no picks. Like, he had this Bengals offense looking like the Bengals offense should look, and yeah, T. Higgins and Jamar Chase were on point. Jamar Chase setting the franchise record, 16 catches, had 161 yards and a touchdown. T. Higgins got in the end zone. I mean, this Bengals offense finally got a running game going with Chase Brown, who was over 100 yards on only 11 carries for 108. So this Bengals offense looks like the Bengals offense we expected him to look like with Joe Burrow. It's just a different Joe that's under center.
Well, the running game is a huge part of it. I mean, this is the first time they ran the ball all year, but I want the trophy. You talked about the trophy. There should be a big giant bottle of Icy Hot,
Why not?
and it should be presented by like Shaq. Like he should have been there at midfield at the end of the game, and a big bronze bottle of Icy Hot.
Yeah.
And like the lid could come off of it, and the light could shine. But yeah, you saw Louisville. They had Howard Snellenberger's boots
Yeah.
trophy, so they could have done something similar to that. But I think it would be really cool if it would have been Shaq that presented it to him.
Yeah. I mean, Shaq is the most famous spokesman for Icy Hot. So, yeah, I would agree with that.
But no, it's just we talked about the struggles of Jake Browning. And you see Joe Flacco in his second game as a Bengal. The weapons that he has, he's just absolutely giddy right now. And he's getting the ball out quicker than Jake Browning was. But the offensive line has looked better because I don't think they've had to protect as much. But throw it to your guys, dude. That's what he's doing. That's why you paid Jamar and T the money that you did, because they are both number one wide receivers.
Yes.
And they both need to get the ball. And Joe Flacco did that on Thursday night. And they were able to establish their run game with Chase Brown averaging almost 10 yards a pop, which prior to tonight or prior to Thursday night, they were lucky to get him average 2 to 3 yards a pop. So if you can get the run game going with the weapons that they have, that makes the offense really scary. And Joe Flacco is just going to sit back there with his experience, make the throws that are open. Jamar Chase was just running the same route over and over, and Pittsburgh couldn't do anything with it. You said it, 16 catches, dude. He had a million targets every single time. Just throw it to Jamar.
He absolutely abused Jalen Ramsey on Thursday night. Jalen Ramsey was just turned around. He didn't know what was coming. He couldn't stop him. They put him on T. Higgins, and T. Higgins made him look silly as well. So, but credit to the game plan. I'm hard on Zach Taylor. I don't think he's a great coach. I think that the talent that the Bengals have mask a lot of his deficiencies. But he called a good game. And I don't know how much of the game he called, because after the game, Joe Flacco said he didn't understand half the plays that were being called, and they kind of just improvised half of them, whatever. But I think most of it was probably Zach Taylor, the game plan that he called, and like you said, getting the ball out quick, not relying on that offensive line to have to protect the quarterback for 3, 4, 5 seconds in the pocket. So I'll give Zach Taylor his flowers for this week. Hopefully, moving forward, we see more of this.
Well, this team's not going to win if they're not scoring points, and they really hadn't scored points all year. I guess in the Jacksonville game a little bit, but they really hadn't scored points all year, and it's just their defense not going to be good enough to win 13-10 games. But you talk about Zach Taylor, and you talk about the T play, the clincher, where he slid down at the 3-yard line, where he easily could have went in and scored.
Yes.
And, it's a very unselfish play.
Very unselfish.
But you can't let your defense go back out there with a minute to go. No, how much time was left?
When he slid down, it was over a minute. It was about a minute 30.
Yeah, you can't let them. They're going to score and you're going to lose.
There's no doubt in my mind that defense would have not held up.
Yes.
Pittsburgh would have won that game.
But you talk about giving Zach Taylor credit. Like, he's in their ear during the play call saying, hey, if you get loose, get down inside the 5. And because your defense isn't very good. Trey's not out there. And they make that play. And, you just feel so much better about Evan McPherson kicking a 35-yarder than you do with the defense stopping the Steelers for the last minute now.
Yeah, no, there's no question. Like, your best chance to win is exactly what happened.